I'm Tom from Do-It-Yourself Home Automation, and this is a look at the Wikoo Super USB cassette capture device. So this thing is really great. It's actually one of those products that performs way better than I was expecting when I first tested it out. And this is a solution if you have old cassette tapes and you want to capture them digitally or just listen to them. So if you have old, music that you have on cassettes, maybe you have an old recording of yourself performing something, or maybe you have work-related transcripts or something like that. Maybe you just recorded an audio diary in the 80s or 90s, and you have that on cassette tapes, or in my case, recordings of family members speaking, and you want to create a digital copy of that. This is the perfect tool to do that. And I've even used it to do professional digitization work to have audio recordings from cassette tape. So it takes a standard cassette. It doesn't work with the mini cassettes, which is the standard size, like consumer style cassette that you would have had in the 80s or 90s. So you just basically open it up here. I'll do this, pause for a sec so I can do it with two hands. What I was trying to do here is you press this on the side and then just open this up. You can see it takes a single battery here. Actually, I think we've got two AA batteries in here. And then you just put the cassette in, and just like you would in an old-fashioned Walkman or something like that, close the front, and it clicks in. Again, you can press this open slider on the side to get it open in the first place, and then you've got that in there. Then we've got controls on the top. And there's a couple of basic things. So fast forward and rewind to move through the cassette. This play button I was trying to press there before. Press this to start play. Press this to stop. This button will cycle between automatically repeating, so on a loop. And that's great if you want to record multiple times or you're listening, you just want to listen to something over and over. And we've got the direction button here to change direction. So very simple controls. We have a volume slider on the side and a headphone jack so you can listen to what's coming out of your old tape. And then this is the magical part. So this is the USB port. Plugs into USB and then it can go into your computer. And whatever you're playing on the cassette tape in here, again, using these controls just like you would in an old style Walkman, to fast forward, rewind, find the place in the tape you want to record, anything that's playing through this is going to come out through the USB and into your computer. And then you can pull up the recording software of your choice. I like to use the free software Audacity and record directly from that USB input. And that way you can actually digitize your tape. So you put a tape in, again, using this button on the side to open, rewind back to the beginning of it, plug in your USB port to the computer, start your audio recorder, and then just hit play. And it would run through the tape. If you need to stop and start, you can. Change direction, you can. When you're done, you could flip it over, record the other side if you wanted to, and you would get a really clear audio file out of that recording. And again, the quality I found on this is excellent. There's a input here if you want to plug in wall power, DC power jack, and a couple other things here. It will automatically reverse at the end. And it is a stereo input, which is really great because a lot of cassettes would have had stereo. And so to get that recorded into stereo in Audacity or the software of your choice is really helpful. Hi-fi, I think it actually is. I expected something kind of scratchy and not great audio quality. And this is actually good enough that if you have old music that's only available on a tape and you want to create a digital copy of it, it really is up to that task. Or in my case, again, recordings of family members speaking, you really get excellent sound quality, much better than I would have expected out of it. And just super easy to use because anything that you're listening to on here through the headphones, which are optional, just comes out over that USB jack in stereo, and you can record it onto your computer. So that's the Wikoo Super USB cassette capture. If you're trying to record old cassette tapes, this is absolutely the way to go.